Student, we are going to deliver the next lecture which are important for their 24 hours chick embryo, 33 hour chick embryo, 48 hour chick embryo and 72 hours chick embryo. So basically the embryo is one of the almost doubled in length from 33 to 48 hours chick embryo, and the embryo has turned its head and bent it towards the yolk so that the left side of its head rests on the yolk sac like a pillow colored, and eventually the rest of the body will twist to the left so that the embryo is lying on its sides atop the yolk. So in the how many somites are present in the 48 hours chick embryo? At 48 hours of incubations, 25 pairs are seen, and the mesonephric tubules will develop from the intermediate mesoderms. And in the 73 hours chick embryo, after fertilization, 33 hours chick embryo, the embryo is about 4 mm long, and the side flexion of the originally straight embryo starts in the head region, and the cranial flexures will be visible a few hours later. At this stage, 12 to 13 somites are formed. The eye vesicles are rather large. So you can see these images of this chick embryo and the development of the chick embryo. The chicks belongs to the class Aves, and the sexes are separated in the chick embryo. The male bird is the cock, has a pair of testes, and the female bird is the hen, has only one ovary located on the left side, and the hen is oviparous. The fertilization is internal, the copulation cloacal kiss only. The chick's eggs so you can see this, observe this type of the chick embryo, and basically this yolk, the eggs you can observe in the development of the chick embryo, and see, one side is the anterior and another one is the posterior side of this chick embryo, and they having a egg. The fully formed and newly egg is large and elliptical with one end broader than the other. The egg of chick is telolecithal, having a large yolk situated at or near one end, and the egg is released from the ovary. It takes 24 hours to pass down the oviduct before the fertilization, and the fertilization is internal. The upper part of the oviduct resulting two polar bodies degenerate and disappears. See, you can see this important chicken reproductive system, how they look like. The cloaca and the albumin added here, fertilization, how they are fertilized with copulation of the kiss, the cloaca, and the shell added, the sperm, ovary, mature ovum enters the oviduct. The structure of egg shape, it is oval in the egg shape, it is oval in shape. The size is 3 cm wide and 5 cm long. The shell made up of 95% calcium carbonate. The white and porous and exchange of gases occur. The soft and flexible in a freshly laid egg, but soon become hard and brittle. The membrane, two types of membrane shell, the membrane and vitelline membrane separated at the broad end of the egg to enclose an air space. The yolk membrane, the layer of yellow yolk is thicker than those of the white yolks. The yolk contains about 50% of water. The yolk consists of phospholipid lecithin. The yellow yolk shows 60% fat and 70% protein. The white yolk contains less fat and also less of fat soluble, the carotene. So you can see this chalaza, the calcium, the two end of the some fibers, rope like twisted structure, and formed during the journey of the oviduct. The laterbra, the central flask shaped area that is enclosed of white yolk is called the laterbra. The albumin, it has two types, thick albumin and the thin albumin. The germinal disc or blastodisc, nucleus of the egg is surrounded by the negligible amount of yolk, and the free cytoplasm called the germinal disc. So you can see these cleavages, how it look like the cleavages. The cleavages is the division of the egg blastomers, and the cleavages is big incomplete or marrow blastodisc alone divides, and the area pellucida, the pellucid translucently clear central area that immediately surrounds a vertebrate embryo as of a bird. It formed by discoidal cleavages, and the area opaca, the opaca region of yolk. So you can see this cleavage. Basically, this cleavage is important in the biology, and it is one of the cell sharp division or split, and the halo between the woman's breast when supported especially as exposed by a low cut garment. And in the cleavages in the biological is important, that is a division or separation of form, that is cell biology, and the act or state of splitting or dividing of a cell, particularly during the telophase of animal cell divisions. So basically what is called as the cleavages? The cleavage is a word for a kind of splitting or separation. It's mainly used for the split between a woman's breast, and we can talk about many kinds of cleavages, such as the splitting of a cell or a hunk of wood. The political movements will often have a cleavage as different of opinion create a functions. So you can see these cleavages, blastodisc, the first intermedial cleavages, second meridional cleavages, third vertical cleavages, fourth and marginal cell, that is blastoderms. The first cleavages is it is a flow. A furrow is meridional, appears in the middle of the blastodisc and the production of two blastomers. The second cleavages furrow is also meridional, appears at right angle to the first one, the production of four blastomers. The third cleavages, the furrow are two in numbers and appears in the vertical direction across the second furrow, production of the 8 blastoderms. Fourth cleavages, how it look like? It is one of the furrow is also vertical, and it appears circular and encircles the previous furrows, production of 8 central cells and 8 marginal cells. The cleavages from this point is irregular. Cleavage furrow appears and they progress gradually towards the margin of blastodisc. Thus, these cleavage furrows separate the daughter central blastomers from each other, but not from the yolk. The central blastomers are continuous with the underlying yolk at their lower ends, and the marginal blastomers are continuous with the uncleaved cytoplasm at their outer edge. The further cleavages are irregular. The central cells divide more rapidly, and the marginal cells also provide by the appearance of new horizontal and radial furrows. The newly formed inner cells of marginal blastomeres are added to the central cells, and these extend peripherally and enclave the peripheral cytoplasm. So you can see this thick discoidal cleavages, how it look like the A, B, C and D. In the AB, it includes the area pellucida, opaca and marginal zone, and the C is forming the cells, D is marginal zone, that is area pellucida and area opaca. So you can see this blastocilla or blastula. Basically, this blastula is one of the important for their cleavages and the chick embryo. So this blastula is a hollow sphere of cells or blastomers. They produce during the development of an embryo by repeated cleavage of a fertilized egg. The cells of the blastula form an epithelial layer called the blastoderm, enclosing a fluid-filled cavity, the blastocells. As a result of the epithelial layer in the central region of blastoderm becomes thinner few layers of cells and transparent. Thus, the region is called the area pellucida because it seems to be transparent when viewed from the upper side. The peripheral part of blastoderm, yolk cell, is not delaminated, so this part of the blastoderm seems to be opaque because beneath these cells blastocell is not present, and this region of the blastoderm is thus called area opaca. These delaminated cells at the posterior edge of the area pellucida gradually link up with each other and forming a continuous layer of flattened cells. So you can see this fate map. The fate map refers to in textbooks, and the eggs is laid by the female about the blastula form, and this fate map is a method used for development of biology to study the embryonic origin of various adult tissues and structures, and the fate of each cell or group of cells is mapped onto the embryo, showing which parts of the embryo will develop into which the tissues. So you can see this gastrulations. So basically the gastrulations is also important, and the gastrulation begins with 4 to 5 hours after the onset of incubation, and it's completed by the 22 hours chick embryo. And the endoderm formation is, there is a primitive streak formation and movement of mesoderm elements. Formation of endoderm is single layer of cells and side of the blastocells, and the upper layer is called the epiblast. The infiltration theory is proposed by Peter in 1923. According to this theory, some cells in blastoderm which are loaded. Delamination theory, it is proposed by Spratt in 1946, and the blastoderm is 2 or 3 layers chick embryo. Theory of involution is 1909. Peterson proposed the theory. According to this theory, the scientist is discovered the posterior side of blastoderm forms. Through this opening, the blastoderm cells will roll into the primary blastocells. And the theory of invaginations, this was proposed by Jacobson in 1938, and according to this theory, the posterior end of blastoderm will invaginate blastocele has a small pocket, and the cavity lying above the endoderm is called the blastoceles. The cavity lying below the endoderm is called the archenteron.